Started from the bottom, now we're here. Started from the bottom, now my whole team fucking here.
Yo, what's up? It's your boy Everett Anthony here. Yo, let me tell you a little bit about me. When I get into something new, I go deep. I go balls deep into something. I get obsessed with new stuff. Like, once I like something, like, that's all I want to do. Like, back when I was younger, me and my boy, we used to go bowling, right? Every Tuesday, we were both off, so we'd go bowling. Well, we started going, quite a bit. And eventually, we were like, you know what? Why don't we get our own balls? Let's go into the bowling place and buy some real bowling balls. Because I don't know if you know, but those bowling balls that they let you bowl with, those things are the worst. Like, you try to put a spin on those things, it's not happening. Like, you can get Hulk Hogan to try to put a spin on those balls. Those house balls are not going anywhere. But if you actually pay some money for a ball, you put a spin on that thing, it goes from one side of the lane, shoots over to the other side. You feel like you're a professional. We actually got pretty good too. Like, we got to the point we would always bowl in the high 100s, like 180, 190 to low 200s. And it was like a normal thing, it was like a competition too. Every game we were playing, we were trying to go back and forth, beat each other. One day you'd have a good, some days were good, some days were bad. Well, one day we started bowling, right? I started out with like 4 strikes in a row, and we normally talk smack in between each set. Whoever did good or bad, somebody's talking junk. Well, the first 2 strikes, we're talking smack back and forth. When I got to like the 4th or 5th strike, both of us got silent. In a baseball, when a pitcher's throwing a perfect game and nobody wants to talk to him, they leave him alone, he sits by himself, everybody's really quiet, they don't want to look at him. We did the same exact thing. And like, we didn't even communicate this. It was like we knew, he knew, like, let me leave him alone. This dude might get a 300. He's bowling really good. So I just kept striking. Like, it was crazy. Like, he would look over at me every once in a while with those eyes, like, what the hell is going on? I'd give him the eye back, like, I don't know. I think it's the beer or something. And then, I got every frame a strike except for one I got a spare. So I was 1 strike away from a 300. Yeah, I was flipping out, like, and this was before, like, the good cell phone, so I couldn't get any picture of the screen. I did have a friend there, though, so he can confirm this. And I went up to the front desk, because they can actually print out your score. Of course, the day that this happens, the printer's not working. The old dude's like, nope, printer's not working. But, I'm not even 100% the printer wasn't working that day, because the guy behind the desk, his name was Walt. He was this super old dude. He was, like, former military. And he was just cranky all the time. Like, me and my buddy used to always joke about him outside of the place, because he was just so... I think he legit hated us. Like, he was mad at something all the time. I don't know if he was mad at his wife, and he was at the bowling alley just thinking about her all the time. But he'd always have smart-ass comments for us, and just, like, we'd ask him stuff, and he'd give us just pissed-off answers. So he might have been like, man, I ain't printing this out for this little piece of crap. Like one day I asked him, I was like, Walt, man, you always mad all the time. Like, let me ask you a question, Walt. If I can give you anything in the world to make you happy, one thing, that's all you get. Pretend like I'm a genie in a bottle right now. I'm going to grant you one wish, Walt. What would that wish be to make you happy? And he's like, if both of you would drop dead. I was like, whoa, Walt, what the hell you mean, Walt? What kind of wish is that? Not to mention, I said you can have one wish. That means you can only pick one of us to die, Walt. Walt's like, if I can only have one of you dead, then forget it. I don't want to wish. I was like, what the hell you mean you don't want to wish? You don't want no money? You don't want to be maybe like 40 years younger again, Walt? Walt's like, no. Either both of you drop dead or stick your wishes up your ass. I was like, oh, okay, Walt. You angry son of a bitch. I don't know why you so mad. Another thing, like I told you, I get into stuff and I go deep for a while, and then I kind of just drop it off. Sunflower seeds, man. Anybody get addicted to sunflower seeds? I go a good 3 months, like just every single day. Mostly when I'm in a car. I got them in a car. That's when I like to eat my sunflower seeds when I'm chilling at the house. Well, here's the thing. When you're eating sunflower seeds, right? Let's say you're about 5 minutes to eating them sunflower seeds. And then all of a sudden, like, I can grab a whole bunch of sunflower seeds, throw them in my mouth, push in the one side of my mouth, crack them open, put the shell on the other side, eat them, and I ain't got to spit till I get them all de-shelled. I'm like super good. I can tell each one which one has a seed or not. And then let's say you're 5 minutes into it, right? All of a sudden you bite down on that sunflower seed, and it's one of those rotten ass sunflower seeds. I mean, it tastes like somebody clipped off one of those rotten fungus toenails and put it in your mouth. Like somebody literally just fart in your damn mouth. And it just the look on my face. I look in the mirror, I'm like, motherfucker. Now you got two options at this point. You can spit everything out of your mouth, grab some water, kind of swish it around, cleanse your palate, or you can just keep on like fighting through it, and then like the next 15 seeds kind of taste like shit. Like each seed that goes by gets a little less shitty taste in your mouth until finally you get back to the normal taste and you're good. But if you eat sunflower seeds, you know what I'm talking about with that damn fungus ass toenail, rotten ass sunflower seed. I guarantee you there's somebody that's at the plant that's supposed to be getting those out of there, and every once in a while he just lets one go through and he just smiles, just knowing once somebody puts that nasty ass thing in their mouth, it's gonna be game over. Alright, so I was driving to work one day, right, and I came up to a 4-way stop sign. Now 2 other cars pulled up, right? Now this one girl, I seen it happen. Like as soon as it happened, she kind of looked over into the other car, and she started cursing the girl out. Like she's like flicking her off. She's like, "You fuck you, you stupid bitch." And I'm like, whoa, I'm fumbling for my phone. I'm trying to hit record. I'm like, oh shit, we about to have a world star. Next thing I know, the one girl drives by, right, the one that was cursing, and then she realizes she's cursing at the wrong person. She actually thought she knew the girl, and she hated the girl. She rolled the window down as she's driving, and I heard her yell out. She's like, "I'm sorry, I thought you was somebody else." And the girl just kind of shook her head and just flicked her off, and the girl was like, "Okay, I deserved that one," and she kept going. I was like, that's some funny junk right there. Another time I'm driving to work, right, like 5 in the morning. I'm sure everybody's seen this before. You're sitting at a red light, your light turns green, and then the other side that's supposed to be stopped now runs their light and goes right through it. So you're sitting there, light turns green, and woof, somebody runs right through the light, and you're like, well, okay then. Somebody's got to be somewhere right now. Well, I'm sitting at the red light, right? I got somebody in front of me. I got to make a right. And then to the left of me, there's a cop. He's going to make a left. Well, here, our light turns green. Somebody runs a light, but it's different this time. It's the first time I've ever seen this. It's a damn tractor trailer that runs the light, okay? When a normal car runs a light, it happens in like 2 seconds. Like, light turns green, whew, car goes by, and you're kind of like, okay. But when a tractor trailer runs a light, it's like your light turns green, tractor trailer goes through it, like the front of it goes through it, but now you got the rest of it, and you're sitting there, and you're like, at first you're like, you just ran a light, and I'm still waiting for you to finish running this damn light because you got an 18-wheeler behind you, man. Like, I'm like, are you serious right now? Of course, the cop lit him up, pulled him over, gave him a ticket. Speaking of work, right? So I'm at work one day. It's me and another employee. And then we got a guy that's coming in for the third shift. He's closing, right? It's like probably 11 o'clock he's coming in. Well, he decides before he comes to work, he's hungry. He's going to go to Subway, get him a foot long. He also decides, you know what? I'm going to be nice. I'm in a good mood today. I'm going to buy the 2 other guys in my department some 6-inch subs. And I know what you're thinking right now. Oh, man, that's cool. I wish I had some cool employees that would buy me a sub. I appreciated the sub when he handed it to me. But so many things are running through my mind. Like, for one, why didn't you text us and be like, hey, are you guys hungry? What if we just got done eating? Now you just wasted money on a sub. Number 2, you don't know me that well. Buying somebody a sub can get super tricky. You're at Subway, there's a whole bunch of different sides you can get on there, yo. There's lettuce, tomatoes, jalapenos, pickles, black peppers. Yo, you get me mayonnaise or mustard? Not everybody likes either one. Some people only like mayonnaise or mustard. Like, how do you know what I like? Like, I was just laughing to myself. I told him, I was like, well, you sitting there, you were like, yeah, Everett looks like a tomato guy. Put some tomatoes on that joint. Hook him up with the mustard. Like, how do you pick those kind of things? Not to mention, the worst part about it all is, luckily he didn't pick anything I didn't like. Because, like, if you put some, like, there's certain things like black olives. If you don't like black olives, guess what? You just can't pick those things off there because those things got a strong taste to them, and your stuff's still going to taste like that. It'll ruin the sandwich. Luckily, he didn't get anything on my sub I didn't like. But the things that blew me away was he didn't toast the subs. Who goes to Subway nowadays and doesn't toast the sub? You might as well have made me a damn sandwich from your house out of some white bread and didn't toast the white. Like, it's terrible. I haven't ate a untoasted Subway sandwich since they got the damn toaster in it. I mean, that's why they got it, to make it better. Hey, once again, I appreciate that he brought it to me, but it's just, I don't know. I found it a little weird. I cracked on him quite a bit about it. I was eating the sub too, right? I was eating the sub in my car, and I noticed this guy come walking out to his car. It was right next to my car, and he was smoking a cigarette, right? And he didn't get in his car. He sat outside of his car for like 2 minutes smoking a cigarette. And I'm watching this dude, and in my head I'm thinking, all right, this dude doesn't want the smoke in his car, which, makes sense. You don't want your car smelling like smoke. But then it clicked in my head. I'm like, man, you're a smoker who doesn't want your car to smell like smoke, but you have no problem putting that smoke inside your body. Like, it's cool for your lungs to get that smoke, but your car, oh, hell no. I'm still paying on this car. I'm making payments. This body's paid off. Like I got some IOUs on this body right now, but I ain't getting no smoke in my car. I ain't judging you smokers. You do what you want to do. I just find it weird that you'll sacrifice your lung, but you're not your car. I mean, hey, whatever you do. All right, so I'm the kind of person that kind of thinks things through. I try to look at scenarios that could happen and kind of, go around ways that might not cause that scenario from happening, so I ain't got to deal with problems, right? I know what you're thinking. If you follow me on Twitter, you don't think too much. You just tweet some weird stuff out. Yeah, that is true, but it's done. It's done for a reason, okay? I'm getting reactions. I don't really mean when I'm tweeting, but check this out. So I go into Walmart with those big 5-gallon jugs of water. I got one of the dispensers at the house. Well, I go in with 2 of those now. When you go in, some places you can refill them. I never do that. What I do is I exchange mine for new ones that are sealed. Now here's the thing. When you exchange them, there's 2 prices you could pay. You could pay the exchange price, which is $6 for a new 5-gallon jug. Or if you don't have an exchange, it's $12. Now every time I go to places, it always turns into a problem when I'm doing an exchange. Like, I come up to the cashier, and it's like the first time they've ever had somebody ask them for the exchange price. Like, they're super confused. They have to ask somebody else, how do I charge them for the exchange price? Like, they always want to charge you for the like, getting a brand new bottle price, which is $12. I think it's done under design. Like, they train them like that because they try to get people to pay the $12 or not paying attention. So I walk in, right, and I see the self-checkout girl, and this is at Walmart. So I'm like, hey, I'm exchanging these bottles for new ones. When I come back to pay, do I have to go through one of the lines? The long-ass lines that are at Walmart? It's like you're at a damn theme park. You're waiting in line for an hour, and everybody seems to be cool with it for some damn reason. Or can I come to this self-checkout and do it myself so I can get the hell out of this damn place? And she's like, no, you got to do it down there to exchange. I said, I know, I just said that. I said, once I exchange these, do I have to pay here? Or do I have to go to a cashier, or can I pay here? And she's like, oh, no, you pay wherever you want, no problem. I was like, the exchange price, right? Not the full price. She's like, yeah, no problem. So I go and swap them out. Go straight to the self-checkout. Scan the thing. Comes up $12.99. Not supposed to be $12.99. It's supposed to be $6.99. I go over to the lady. I'm like, hey, I need the exchange price. This is coming up the full price. She walks over there and looks. All of a sudden, she's like kind of fumbling around. She starts hitting some buttons. She's like, yeah, I can't do this here. You're gonna have to cancel the order and then come up to this register, and then I'll bring you up here. I'm like, are you serious right now? She's like, yeah, I can't. I'm sorry, I can't do that there. I'm like, in my head, I'm thinking, I fucking told you when I walked in, this is what I did not want to deal with, and you told me I could pay everywhere, but I didn't say anything. I'm like, all right, I ain't gonna say anything. Like, I'm cool. So I go over there. She cancels my order, brings me over there. She goes to start ringing me up, but then the other self-checkout lanes are having problems, which they always do because nobody knows how to run one of those self-checkout things. She goes over there. She's like, give me 1 second. Let me fix this for the people so they can get ring up. Next thing I know, it's like 10 minutes. I'm standing there. And in my head, I'm flipping out. She finally comes back, starts ringing me up. And I'm like, she's like, oh, I'm really sorry about this. I'm like, I came in here and asked you